Pazzi, the hire of Mark Recchi, tell us how that came together and how pleased you are to have him join your staff.
Well, first of all, I'm really excited. But what happened is obviously we had to add
Yeah.
a coach. And what I did is I created a profile. Yarmo and I are obviously talking every day. So we created a profile. And the one thing for me that was important is we needed somebody that has some gray hair.
Yeah, I got you.
Meaning he's got some mileage.
Yeah.
I mean, we know where we are. We have a young staff. We wanted somebody that's been through the trenches, and a guy like Mark Recchi, that has been a player like 1,600 games,
Yeah, right.
Stanley Cups, and I spoke to a lot of people because you do your due diligence, and we had a list of a lot of people, but once we started to mark, we focused on him and see where it went. And I spoke to Mike Sullivan actually for quite some time, and because he was in Pittsburgh, and I wanted to know his perception and his vision, and he said he was amazing. Just a great human being. He's humble. He knows the game, but most importantly for me is he's been in those players' shoes. The Johnny Gaudreau and the Patrick Laine. You don't know how they feel every day going on the ice, and I don't either, right? But Mark Recchi does. So when he speaks to them, there's a connection. He's been there. He's done that. And the other thing that Sully was saying is the guys like Phil Kessel back then in Pittsburgh, he said, Rex, what he did, he was a top-line player, an all-star player. He's a Hall of Famer and all of that. But he was able to adjust and his language with guys like Phil Kessel because he had to do it. When they won in Boston, he was a third-line player, net front kind of guy. So he had to adjust his game throughout his career in order to stay in the league. So well respected, very humble. To me, there's two qualities you need to have. Everything else is behind. The first one is, are you a loyal? These are my core values. Are you loyal? And do you work hard? I mean, everything else we can learn, we can. But if you don't have those two, and it kept coming back, loyal, hardworking, very good man in the room. Does that answer your question? I'm quite
For sure
quite
does.
excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a name that carries a ton of weight in
Yeah.
the NHL, even
Yeah.
with today's players.
Yeah.
Can you speak to the spirit of the core today when you introduced him to to
Yeah,
your team?
they were excited. I could tell that the guys know about him, obviously. Guys like Sean Kirill that played in Boston, he arrived just a little bit after,
Sure.
but he knows all about Mark Recchi. So, and his brain is really interesting as far as when you start talking hockey, the way he sees the game. He has seen a lot of hockey games in his life, so it's the spirit is really good. We added a good person to the staff.
What in terms of the power play can he bring to this team?
Well, just his vision, his experience. He's played at all position, like half wall, net front, bumper. But he knows what it takes to be successful. You always want a new set of eyes, and he's bringing not only the experience, but what I like about Mark in this situation, he knows the players, he knows their skills, and part of it, what I understood, we didn't have a lot of time to go in details, but he wants to use the potential of every single player and put them in a position to succeed. So, and he's got some ideas himself, so there's a lot of reasons why I think he can help with our power play.
What did you think about the first two preseason games?
What did I think?
Yeah. From getting a view outside?
So I can look at it from different perspectives. As far as the tactical part of it, the systems, and it was decent. Execution, not so much. But where the players, without the puck especially, how they moved and trying to adapt to what we've been teaching so far, it was decent. But the pace is not there yet. I'm looking for a team that's going to have a lot of pace. And what I mean by that is the tracking, the net drive, those one-on-one 50-50 races. It's not there yet. So, and that's fine. Like I said,
It's early, right?
No, it's not that point, but we need to create that culture. Once you step on the ice, that's how we do it. That's going to be part of our DNA, and that's it. And for me, that's one aspect of our game that we have to get to another level until it becomes a habit.
Yeah. So in other words, eventually you want to. It could be next year at this time or whatever. The guys show up knowing exactly what the expectations are and
Systems-wise, yes, and the culture and the expectations, that's coming from me, and it started from day one at camp. But I felt really the first 3 days we just followed the schedule. I felt that after the 2 games, we really the staff that we have really took over. That was when we can put a stamp on that team.
When you guys get to that point where it has become part of the DNA of this team, is it? Do you think it'll be one of those things where it becomes pretty obvious, even to people maybe who are just watching like us?
Hopefully,
Yeah.
but I believe so. I think it's going to become my goal, my vision, and they will decide how quick we get there, but we will reinforce that. Hopefully, it becomes like. If somebody doesn't play that way, it's gonna be so obvious for everyone because we're gonna all play the same way. Everybody has a different set of skills, but the mindset has to be. I always said like there's 23 players, so there's lots of minds in this hockey team. They all see the game in their own perspective, but we need to have one heart for this hockey team, and how we're gonna play is dictated by this, and we're gonna work.
We had talked to you, I think, before about Malatesta.
Yeah.
Some of these young guys. One I would like to bring up is Dumais.
Yeah.
It seems like he's got more of a jump than maybe previous years as well. I mean, he looks like he's getting to places faster. But just your overall kind of thoughts on him from Traverse City till now.
Yeah, his offensive hockey sense is off the chart. He's strong on the puck. If you focus on him, he puts himself in the position. You feel like he's always in a good position to get the puck back or to get open. When we have the puck, you see his first few steps are towards the net. He knows where the goals are scored. There's a reason why he's scoring over 100 points a year in junior. And he was competing, I think, with Bedard to finish first in the CHL. That doesn't happen by accident and not by luck. So he's a guy that knows how to play the game offensively. He's strong on the puck. He's physically smaller, but he's strong on the puck. He's got a heavy stick. The last game he scored that goal. That was a goal scorer's kind of goal. Like he saw the hole in it. He's got a quick and heavy shot too. I'm really excited that this guy is part of the organization.
Do you feel like, even with him and Malatesta, they're both too young, I guess, to play in the AHL, so it's kind of an interesting decision that you may have there potentially.
Yeah.
But it looks like both of them have come into, at least Traverse City and camp, trying to make it tough on you guys.
Well, they want to make an impression, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, this year would be hard for them. And even if they were the best players on the ice, my vision on this is let them grow. There's no rush. Let them grow. Let them be confident. Once they're in a position to make this team for real, they're going to be ready. We want them to be not only ready but over ready. So it's but their job is to leave camp whenever we tell them, and we have a really good impression on them.
You ready for my hairs?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Same.
Say.
Your wife wouldn't let you cut it, would she?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have a little injury for a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah,
and now I feel great.
yeah,
Yeah. Last week just work hard and try to ready for practice with everybody.
yeah.
But today it's first practice, a little bit tough, but no like how I feel,
Yeah, yeah,
how I think. Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I really like it.
What was your summer like? How did you spend the summer? Did you stick around here for a little bit? Did you go back home? How did you?
Yeah,
How
back
did you
home
live?
for 3 or 2 months. I think it's a great time for me, for my mental and family.
Yeah.
We just take great time with my wife, dad, and mom, and my
Yeah,
little
great.
brother. Yeah, it's really helpful for my mentally.
Yeah.
It's just little relax my head, and yeah, it's a new season now.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you have a lot of confidence after how well you played here last season. Do you feel like a confident player that's ready to do even more?
Yeah,
Now?
it's a feels good after first season, but we for team it's a no great season,
Yeah.
and just focus on the next season. I don't want to think about last season, because
Yeah.
if I just will live in last season, I
Yeah.
can play now. But just keep working, and I have more details what's needed to do better,
Yeah.
and just keep working.
Great.
How much more confidence do you have now than you maybe a year ago at this time?
Yeah, I have more confidence, of course, because like I know guys, I know coaches, like, but yeah, I try to keep working, and the more guys know, like a lot of guys know who is me, and it's a good time. But same, I don't want to take like a lot of confidence for like myself, and just I go on that. Don't work, just I'm good. It's don't think about like my confidence. Just keep working, and it's the next season. We start for 0 games now. It's don't think about last season. It's important for me, and I think for team. It's the first game.
Is part of that feeling more? I mean, you've had a whole season now with the smaller rink and the different style of play and that kind of thing. So do you come into this season? I mean, you know what to expect
Yeah.
now, right? Like,
Yeah, it's. I think it's better this season. I hope it's better for me, because I just understand what's hockey here, and I can work on the summer. Like last summer like 1 year ago, I worked like I don't know what's happy here, and now I just think about, okay, this season is done. I watch more video about my game, like my shifts, and okay, need to work this company and this company and this company, and let's go.
Are you able to help Voronkov with this a little bit? I mean, he's going to kind of go through that same thing of trying to learn how to play
Yeah, of
a
course.
different game.
We have a lot of Russian guys now, and we try to help him, but I like he's funny guy. He just every day smile, and we try to help, try to understand. But I look on the practice for him. He's just play like he's good. Like he don't. I don't coach. I can say like how's he feel, but he said to me, yes, feel is good. Yeah, I'm just ready, but little bit faster here. It's of course, but I think he ready for this game, because he's a big guy. He can fight and battle. Yeah, just keep working for him too.
How about with the English? I mean, is it...
Zero English.
What's that? Yeah, 0 English for him.
No, yeah, zero English for him. For me too. Yeah.
Is it,
No,
no. Is it important for him to have you guys like you?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I think it's really helpful for him. I hope so, and he feel a little bit comfortable here, because so many Russian guys, and I don't know, but he start learn English. He know a couple
Is he
words.
starting to?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and now I work like translator.
Oh, you're the translator, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not great translator. Provi is great translator.
Oh, is he?
Ivan Provorov, yeah,
Yeah,
he is a great translator. Terry too, but not me. I am just said it's a meeting. I said, Warney,
Yeah.
you're a good guy. Let's go play. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I try to translate for him. Yeah, everything what coaches say or guys say. It like it's easy for him.
Yeah.
It's will.
You kind of mentioned it there, but I remember when we talked at the end of last year, you said, now that you played over here, there are certain things you wanted to work on in the summer. Now that you know the small ice game, the North American game, what were those things that you kind of wanted to focus on this summer? And do you think you...
Oh, I focus on more components. Like if I say what I do in the summer,
Yeah.
all guys start doing these things. It's my secret. No, I'm joking. No, I watch my shifts. It's need to do quick shot, a little bit quicker. I think it's because more aggressive on the net. I have like more shots on the game, a lot of shots on the game, but no like Matthews or Ovechkin and something who score 50 goals. They shoot every shift, every time, like try to shot. Yeah, I work for this component, but we'll see. Like situation on the ice, it's different, and we'll see on the situation. and work my stick handling, and a little bit skating, like everything for small. And we'll see today. We'll see on the next game.
Yeah. Was it frustrating or tough to miss the first couple of days? Was it just exciting? To be
Yeah,
back out
yeah,
there?
very exciting. I very wait because I come from Columbus three or 4 weeks ago, and just I start work to practice with the whole team. I am very happy, and after just I have injury and sit and okay, I will wait. But I just very miss for everybody here, for guys and for our eyes. It's great time, but I little bit miss. But now I'm on the team and I'm ready to go.
Did you play any basketball this summer?
A little bit, yeah. Look at my fingers. Like, yeah, I am a loose couple.
Yeah.
No fingers. What is it? I don't know how to say it.
Toes.
Yeah, I lost 2 toes because I played in basketball this summer.
Too much basketball?
Not too much, but yeah, I play couple times with my little brother, but he's taller than me, and yeah,
He beat you?
he's like me. Yeah, he's
One-on-one?
yeah.
Yeah.
We just play one on one and one. Yeah, instant like classic game, and yeah, I lose my toe. Yeah, toenails.
Archie, why does basketball do that to your toes?
Oh, I just have a bad shoes for basketball. Yeah.
What attracted you? What did you like when you met with Pascal?
Well, there's lots of things to like, and number one, Pazzi and I hit it off really well, and you know, I'd heard, you know, you're like anything, you do your homework. I didn't know him before this, and we both did our homework on each other, and I said I told him, I said, I can't find anything. No one says anything bad about you. So, you know, and it's true. I mean, he's a great person, and that excited me to be part of it. And then obviously you see the lineup and the young players, and you know, obviously with Johnny and Patrick and some of the veteran guys as well. It's really exciting to be, you know, you're trying to build something back. You're trying to build a culture, and you know, Pazzi and I talked about, and that's something that's really exciting for me.
You've talked about the young players here, but it's a young staff as well. How can you help them?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've been around long enough, and you know, I think we can, just by being myself, and you know, if they have questions or whatever, but I think we're all going to work together in this, and you know, we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, but it's going to be a lot of hard work. We know that, and we're going to have to put our time in, and you know, work with each other and do the right things, and you know, we all want to, you know, get this thing going in the right direction and build the right culture and build something special here.
Do you see a way to merge the kids and the vets?
Oh,
Or is it
absolutely.
not that far apart?
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I mean, you know what? It's the vets really aren't that old, so you know, it's like, so it's, you know, I think it's just getting everybody on the same page and buying into a team first mentality, and just kind of go from there, and just continue to work with each other, and coaching staff work with them. I mean, we're here to help them. We want to help them get better. We want to help them in any area, you know, possible to improve, and work with them, and that's what our jobs are.
This team last year had a range of outcomes with its power play in an interesting season, tons of injuries and everything else. Got off to a really bad start, but then in the middle of the year, they were one of the best in the league at moving it around and scoring goals. How much have you done any research at all as far as video, and how much will you do, maybe kind of looking back at certain guys?
Yeah, I'll definitely look back, and I got to get a computer first. I'm not quite there yet. It's coming, but as soon as I get that, I'll definitely look at some stuff. But it's more, you know, I want to look at it as a fresh. I know Pazzi's done a great job with it for a couple of years, and he's worked hard at it, and we'll work hard together on it, and we'll work hard with the players. I mean, you know, I like input. I want their input. We're going to work on it together, and we're going to get this going. I mean, movement's going to be a big thing. I know we've talked about that. When it gets stagnant, it's, you know, you're going to have a tough time being successful, and we've got lots of great pieces, lots of great pieces, and it's, you know, it's exciting for me to be able to go and try and help them and work with them, and you know, we're in it 50-50, and I want to help them get better, and that's important to me, and you know, they'll know that, and you know, I'm in to help them and work with them. So.
What kind of plans did you have for this season if a coaching opportunity hadn't arisen?
Well, I was actually going to do some TV. I was going to do some TV in Pittsburgh, and maybe I was going to do a little.
Some network recently, weren't you?
Yeah, I was going to. Yeah, and then I was going to. Actually, I got a call right before. They asked me if I wanted to do some work there, and then I was going to do some corporate side maybe with the Penguins. But I wasn't. You know, I was obviously trying to. You know, you're trying to keep your name out there, and
Sure.
you know, this was awesome. It popped up. I mean, it happened quick, really quick. And, you know, it's just, I'm excited to be here and, you know, really excited to be in Columbus. Everybody raves about the city. And, I mean, I've played here a ton, so I know what the crowd's like and the atmosphere. It's a great place to play. And, you know, it's just, I'm really, really excited to be here and part of it.
What do you know about your credentials as a player? What do you like about coaching at the NHL level?
I love helping the players. I love working with them. I love helping them in all aspects. I mean, it's not so much about maybe, you know, it's about off ice, on ice. You know, if you're not feeling good in a game, how do you help your team? There's more to it than just being a good player. Like there's lots of other aspects I like to help the players in all areas, and it's not just a power play, it's everything. Like I just want them to be successful, and I want to work with them and help them through it. And you know, there's some guys that, you know, need some help with that, and there's some guys that, you know, get it. And you know, that's my job, is to figure out who needs it and who doesn't, and then just continue to work with them.
How much do you rely on your own playing career as you help these other guys, especially guys who, you know, are high-profile guys like Laine and Gaudreau?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I can help them. I mean, I played, you know, I was in their position, so I understand. And, you know, I was in their, you know, and as I got older, I changed more to a role player into, you know, almost like an extension of the coaching staff. And, you know, I think it's important that I, you know, share those with the guys. And if they, you know, we just got to build a relationship with them. And I communicate very well. I'm very positive. I like to be positive. I think it's important that, you know, you're positive with these players. It's important you communicate with them. I've got lots of kids, so, and, you know, they range from 25 down to 11, so I understand kids as well, and I think that's important. And working with the generation of kids today, I'm able to adapt to that and learn from that as well.
As he said, he could tell many know who you are and your credibility and your resume, and that they were excited that you were part of this. So you sense that as well? They're like, hey, this guy, you know.
Yeah, they seem to be really excited, and Fantilli just brought a picture of me when he was 8 years old, and I got a picture with him. I'm like, oh man, now I feel really old. so yeah, it's pretty good, and yeah, so it's, you know, it's exciting for me, and I think, you know, we're just, you know, it's my first day, and I'm, you know, getting my feet wet here and with the guys, and I had fun out there, you know, in practice, and you know, you just, like I said, it's building relationships with everybody, and it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and you know, and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy working with these guys and trying to help them become, you know, the players they really are and want to be, you know, even to get to another level.
Mark, you mentioned puck movement earlier. Is there an overarching theme or a Mark Recchi trademark for what a power play will look like? Like,
Well,
do you have a strong sort of demand as to how it has to look?
Well, they got to be connected, and they got, you know, the one thing is you can have a couple different looks, especially when you have a one-timer like Patrick. Like, teams will set up against him, so it's finding ways to get, you know, so that it doesn't get stagnant, and you know, they're not just focused on Patrick. And you know, when you have a weapon like that, it's a great thing to have. But now you got to kind of mobilize that and use different things. And I wouldn't say, you know, that's just something I really got to look at. I haven't looked at their power play yet from last year, and you know, I just want to, but playing against guys like that we're going to have to do different things, and we're going to have to be a little bit creative, and puck movements, quick puck movements is really important. And you know, we don't want to, you know, we get an opportunity to attack, we want to attack, You don't want the PK to get back into position, and then you got to start all over. So, because a lot of teams pressure so hard now that, once you get them beat, you got to have an attack mentality. And, I'll just, we'll keep focusing on that, and I'll keep working with them, and hopefully, we can turn it into some really good things.
Do you and Pazzi have anybody in the hockey community in common that you were able to kind of cross-reference each other with?
Not really, no. Brad Larson, I played with Brad, so I'm friends with him. So, and he loves Pazzi, so he spoke the world of him, and we have the same. Pazzi and I have the same agent, and I even knew this before. He's talked about Pazzi for like 2 or 3 years about how this guy belongs to be an NHL head coach, and you hear about it and you look at his resume and go, wow, this is, it's impressive. He's done it. He's earned it, and he's paid his dues, and I'm excited to be part of it with him. Yeah.
How about the rest of the coaching staff?
Yeah, I
Did
played
you-
with Steve Mack, so yeah, and Bowler chirped me when I was, a bunch, so,
Fun to walk in and see him?
No, it's awesome, and I played against, I see Dorsett and Clarkey, and I played against those guys, and so it's nice. All the guys know, you go into a coaching, whether you're a coach or you're a player going in, it feels like home right away, so, and, you're already connected, so it's nice to be part of it.
Cool.